on behalf of my wife and I, a huge thank you to all of you for being here to share this special day with us. It means a lot to us both.
As you can tell, I'm very proud of Monique, and she has become a woman who works very hard to do the things that she has done. She's resilient, she's determined, strong-minded, and principled, as well as beautiful, loving, and caring. Qualities which I know will steer her in the highest direction for the rest of her life.
As Matthew mentioned, we met Lee in secondary school, and of course, an important part of his school life was finding the love of his life, our beautiful bride, Monique.
Woo!
I have to congratulate you on your beautiful choice of bride. From you started dating in 2012, as a teenage sweethearts, your love has blossomed and matured, just as the both of you have over the last 10 years.
Monique was born in Saudi Arabia and fortunate to be exposed to the many cultures while initially growing up in the Middle East. From a budding initial career of being a ballerina, as well as she was trying to be in gymnastics, but she couldn't keep up with her sister. So she joined the Brownies.
One of the first memories we have of Monique was during a hockey tour to Bath. Over dinner one night, Lee was on his phone, typing and clearly deleting messages. After what must have been about the 36th draft, he turns around to some of the guys on the table saying he's wanting to start a message with this girl he really liked after just getting her number. After a few awful suggestions, he finally settled on saying, "Hey, how's you?" with a smiley face and an X.
Throughout the years we have known them together, it's evident how happy they make each other and work well together as a team. From earlier moments up until now, they've always been incredibly welcoming, generous and loving to anyone who's had the pleasure of meeting them. They've both shaped each other's lives, and Monique has obviously been there for Lee. She's incredibly kind-hearted, caring, and we honestly couldn't imagine Lee with anyone else.
She really enjoyed being in the Brownies at 3 years old and until in her early teens, and she steadily worked every week as a GB, and she put forth all of the effort. She actually won a cup on the first year out of the best of the 3-year-olds, and every year she tried to improve that, but she didn't get any more awards. Monique succeeded in netball, with making the first team of her school. Unfortunately, due to injury, her netball career was cut short, but true to herself, she has taken up playing again this year and is playing competitive again in the local ladies team. Unfortunately, she's like her father, who's old at 68 and still trying to play softball with the younger people.
Things progressed from Lee's good chat towards Monique over the coming weeks and months, and this brings us to our next significant milestone, the first kiss. During our traditional game of lunchtime headers and volleys, the usual Lee Heasley was nowhere to be seen. In the post-match interview, Lee was asked where his good form suddenly came from, and it turns out that the day before he had received a good luck kiss from Monique.
And one of her proudest moments is the day she received the first class honors degree in nursing studies at Queen's University and was awarded the Tony Hockey Award.
We're going to read out a few words that Lee's dad has asked us to read. Best wishes to my son Lee and daughter-in-law Monique on this special day. I'm very proud to call you my son, and I'm proud of the man that you've grown up to be.
Tradition has it that I welcome Lee into our family. To be honest, that has happened some time ago. Monique and Lee became an item in school when she was 15 and he was 17, and they have been closely related for over 10 years, which I won't go into detail, but you've already heard that.
So for us three, it's been 17 years now of knowing Lee, and we'd like just to fill you in on some of his highlights, or lowlights, and some of his best qualities as well. So firstly, Lee, without doubt, gets the worst hangovers known to mankind. So whether it's a school pre-formal, on a ski trip in France, after a poker night with the boys, or a quiet night in with Monique, there's one thing that's for certain. Lee's head will be in the toilet bowl the next morning. Guaranteed. So if anybody's looking to buy Lee a drink tonight, do him a favour and get him a Dior instead.
Lee got onto the school hockey bus one day, sporting several injuries that he claimed were sporting related. These were in the form of several big purple bruises on his neck. When questioned extensively on this, Lee tried to pass it off as being hit with a hockey ball, clearing the ball off the line, saving the day. But it was this point his alibi didn't really add up. So, number one, we hadn't actually played the match yet. And number two, Lee was clearly beaming from ear to ear and seemed in an unusually good mood for someone with such brutal injuries. To cut a long story short, Lee had a new girlfriend and a few love bites to go with it.
We know that Monique has married a good man, and we feel blessed to have Lee into our family. Hillary and myself wish you both nothing but health and happiness in the future. Marriage, like life, has its ups and downs, but we hope that you will stay together and enjoy the rest of your life.
So Lee is also a keen and a very gifted sportsman. In his early years, you could find him tearing up the left flank on hockey pitches throughout the country, with a highlight of his career winning the Dowdall Cup with Friends School. He was also the lunchtime football equivalent of Stephen Gerrard. And we all have fond memories of turning up late to English class, absolutely drenched in sweat, only for the teacher to swiftly tell us to get ourselves out, dry ourselves in the cloakroom with the hand dryers, and for the love of God, please wear deodorant next time. Just finally, I don't think I've ever met anybody more gifted academically than Lee is. And we can all remember the days of intense revision the night before a school exam, really sweating into the early hours of the morning. Lee, however, he turns up the next day, cool as a cucumber, says he's played Call of Duty all night long, and still pulls out a 98%. A true inspiration to us all.
Right, so Monique, first things first, would you put your left hand down here, just on the table, flat, please? Lee, right hand on top. So, Lee, this is the last time you're going to have the upper hand. All right, so appreciate it, okay?
Lee and Monique are delighted to welcome you all here to this beautiful venue on this very exciting day to share in the joy of their wedding celebrations.
Monique, I love you. You're my best friend. Today I give myself to you in marriage. I promise to encourage and inspire you, to laugh with you, and to comfort you in times of sorrow and struggle. I promise to love you in good times and in bad, when life seems easy and when it seems hard, when our love is simple and when it is an effort. And I promise to cherish you and to always hold you in the highest regard. These things I give to you today and all the days of our life.
Lee, I love you. You're my best friend. Today I give myself to you in marriage. I promise to encourage and inspire you, to laugh with you and to comfort you in times of sorrow and struggle. I promise to love you in good times and in bad, when life seems easy and when it seems hard, when our love is simple and when it is an effort. And I promise to cherish you and to always hold you in the highest regard. These things I give to you today and all the days of our life.
Monique Clark, I marry you with this ring. It is a token of our love and marriage, a symbol of all that we share, in recognition of our life together, today and always.
Lee Heasley, I marry you with this ring. It is a token of our love and marriage, a symbol of all that we share, in recognition of our life together, today and always.
Lee and Monique, you have made a commitment to one another today. You have exchanged promises to one another, and you have exchanged rings as an expression of your love and commitment. I am now honoured to announce that you are finally husband and wife, and you may seal the deal with a kiss.
Look at the two of you standing here today, lost in the moment, so much in love. You're alone in this place like nobody else in this world. I was enough for him not long ago. I was his number one, he told me so, and still means the world to me, just so you know. So be careful when you hold my boy. Time changes everything, life must go on, and I'm not going to stand in your way. But I loved him first. I held him first, and a place in my heart will always be his. I prayed that he'd find you someday, but it's still hard to give him away, because I loved him first. How could that handsome man with you be the same freckled kid that I knew? I know the first time he saw you, it was only a matter of time. Someday you might know what I'm going through when a miracle smiles back at you, because I loved him first.
Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to bed sleepy or angry. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers the whole family. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
A special shout out, as Reggie mentioned, to those who have travelled a long way to be here from the likes of Texas and Virginia. Which means any of you feeling a bit hard done by having to drive from the far side of County Down, it's time to get over it. Hillary and Reggie, I want you to know how grateful I am to you for raising this wonderful woman beside me, but also for how you've welcomed me into your family. By now it feels so normal to us all. After many years of knowing you and a lockdown or two of living with you, we have got quite used to each other, but I never take any of your warmth, love or generosity for granted. Thank you for everything you've done for Monique and I. Mum and Dad, it has never been lost to me just how much you've done for me, Danielle, Jamie and Josh. The childhood I look back on is full of love, happiness and safety. I know how hard you both tried every day to give us everything we needed. You guided and encouraged the quiet, anxious little boy and allowed me to grow into a slightly less quiet but still anxious young man who knows it's okay to be me. Your children have taken lessons and traits from each of you, and I think we're pretty great, so you must be too. Thank you, and I love you both. To my groomsmen, Josh, Nathan, Mark and Matthew, thanks for all of your hard work in getting prepared for this wedding. You know, coming over last night for poker and getting left with me this morning. Seriously though, thank you for being true best friends for all these years. We've been classmates, teammates and housemates, and I feel very lucky to have you. Well, to be fair, I think we're all lucky to have each other because I can't think of another person in the world that would put up with our terrible banter. Josh, I've loved you since before you even had a name, and I love you just as much today. I'm so proud of the strong, kind and thoughtful young man you're becoming, and I'm honoured to have you as a groomsman and as a brother. Now for the girls, Hayley, Sarah, Julia, Leah and Danielle. I think I'm legally required to say you're all looking very pretty today. But no, you really do all look lovely. I've known one of you for 25 years and the rest for around 10. Thank you to 3 of you for being best friends that Monique can count on for love, support and laughter. And thank you to 2 of you for being great sisters, bonded to Monique and I through a lifetime of memories and shared experiences. You're valued and loved members of our family today and for the rest of our lives. Thank you girls for fulfilling your roles as Monique's bridesmaids, and we love you all. Monique, you and those of you closest to me will know that a lot of things in this complex, scary world don't make much sense to me. And you will know that that really bothers me. Because my brain has an obsession with understanding how and why things happen and how and why things are the way they are. But I can finally see that some things cannot be understood and I cannot change them no matter how much worry or thinking I put into them. But Monique, you and I, this, we, us, this doesn't require any brain power or thinking or worrying to understand. It just effortlessly and completely makes sense every minute of every day. With you, I found my place in this world, my pocket of peace. A constant light, a love so deep that can bring me comfort, smiles and laughter anytime and any place. With you, time can slow down from the relentless pace of life and I can see life for what it truly is, not work or money or degrees or followers or likes. It is love. It is the bright sources of light in an often dark universe. For me, life is you. You're the best thing to ever happen to me. My Olympic gold, my Nobel Prize, my Oscar. Your beauty goes far deeper and far further than the smile that is lighting up this room. You're intelligent enough to truly understand the world and the people in it deeply, kind enough to care about them, and strong enough to make a real difference in people's lives. You're my best friend and my soulmate. I feel so lucky to now call you my wife. I'm filled with so much joy and optimism for our future together. I love you today and forever. Although, as Mum mentioned earlier, when Jamie was only 6 and met Monique, he insisted to me that I wasn't allowed to marry her because he was going to instead when he grows up. And then Josh could if he wanted, and then me. Well, boys, I guess I finally beat you to it. So I would love it if everyone could kindly stand and raise a glass. Join me in making a toast to finding our pockets of peace, to the friends and family here in this room, and to those here in our hearts, and to my stunningly beautiful woman of my dreams wife, Monique. Cheers.
watching you. Don't worry, you will find